Let some more people get in here before we start the live stream off. As you guys are coming in here, hit the like button. If you're watching the replay, double tap the screen. We're going to get started with the live stream a little bit later. We're going to let some people come in here. We got the red clouds going on tonight. The red clouds. So yeah, guys, we got to talk about a very important topic today, guys. We got to talk about how to stop your heart from being broken, the mindset that you guys need to stop your heart from being broken. You said, can I get a shout out? What's going on, Lucas? Shout out to you, Lucas. Hey, shout out to Andrew. Happy birthday, Andrew. You guys hit that like button for me. Double tap the screen. He said advanced 2028. I don't know. Probably gonna be a lefty that's gonna win, probably. I appreciate it, Andrew. Shout out to you for having your birthday. Since you were born in December, that means your parents was getting it in February. You know, Valentine. What is that? Valentine's Day or Mother's Day? One of them days. I think it's Valentine's Day or not. I don't know. February love. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. We got a very important topic to talk about tonight. Hopefully, you guys get some value out of this. If you guys are want to support, hit the super chat button. All the different ways are. It's Mother's Day, yeah. Yeah, they made you on Mother's Day, homie. Andrew, what's going on, crypto? Got the OG in the building. See, crypto, this topic, you know about this topic very well. So yeah, guys, we got to talk about a very important topic about how to stop your heart from being broken, and we're going to talk about the mindset that you need to navigate through this relationship stuff. Because, guys, if you don't have this emotional intelligence, this emotional information, you're going to crash and burn. He said, "Can you do a fit check?" You know, I just got the fit, the black sweatshirt with the chain with the Bass Pro Shops. We got the black sweatpants. You feel me? No, I don't know him, Fusion. So yeah, we're gonna get into this shortly. As you guys come in and double tap the screen, hit the like button for me. The very first thing you have to know, first of all, before we get into this thing about heartbreak and all this, we got to talk about mental health. And I'm not talking about mental health, that weak ass psychology shit. I'm talking about actual mental health. I'm talking about where people actually go to the extent of deleting themselves, where people are on different addictions and it's hurting their mental in harsh capacities. Guys, mental health is very important to your everyday life. If you do not have a level, shout out to my man Fusion for subscribing. If you guys are enjoying this, hit the subscribe button. Much appreciated. I appreciate it, Fusion. If you keep going on the lives and keep being loyal, you know, I'll give you make you a moderator on the channel. But before we get into the heartbreak thing, we have to stress the importance of mental health and the authentic version of mental health, not the mental health where you can say, "Hey, I need a mental health day because I don't feel like going to work," and not any of that. I'm talking about actual, legitimate mental health. I'm talking about the to the point to where people are, you 5 seconds away from deleting yourself. Mental health is very important to have, guys. This is why it's very important to know exactly who you are. Some of you guys value social happiness. Some of you guys value money. Some of you guys value love from women. Some of you guys value material things. Whatever it is, you have to know what that is to make sure your happiness always stays at a optimal level. It's not going to always be extremely high, but you don't ever want to stay at the extremely lows either. You kind of just want to stay at that peak. Shout out to my man Introvert. Got the OGs in here, Crypto and Introvert. So you have to maintain your mental health, guys. If you don't have good mental health, you're always stressed out, worried. You're not going to perform well at your job, which means you're going to get fired and lose your income. You're not going to be attractive to other people. People don't want to talk to people that are sad and mad all the time. Negative people. So this is a very important thing for you guys to understand. Mental health, having healthy mental health, being around people that actually care about you, um, vetting people is very important. And so, because what happens is, guys, some people they get heartbroken and now they want to delete themselves because their mental health is completely gone. You don't ever want to be in that space, guys. There's soldiers that come back home and they wife cheated and now they can't handle it. They done went to war and lost a buddy and all this stuff. But when they come back home and they wife cheat and left them, now they want to delete themselves after all that stuff they didn't see, that which lets you know how big of a thing heartbreak truly is. Heartbreak is nothing to play with, guys. Like when people and men and women talk about, I'm jaded, I don't trust people, that's a legitimate thing. People, we're not wired for heartbreak at an excessive level. Mental health is our biggest wealth. Yeah, it is. Shout out to my man Chris for being in the building. So, guys, we mental health is very, very important. Very important. And having, mitigating your level of heartbreaks is very important to maintaining your mental health. Now, let me get into this next thing before I start reading some comments. And you guys keep commenting. I'll get to your comments in just a second. And if you guys are enjoying this, hit the like button, double tap the screen. If you guys want to support, the super chat button is available. Um, the one thing that you have to accept about relationships and dealing with the opposite sex is, guys, you heartbreak is part of the game. We're going to experience heartbreak in our lives. People are going to pass away. Your parents are going to pass away. You could pass away. Your sister, you're going to pass away. When you enter into a relationship, she can cheat on you and betray you and lie on you and, take you through the legal system and, really, really do a lot of things to you. So to an extent, you have to accept that that's the risk that you're taking forward. When you get into relationships, when you get friends and all this stuff, you risk your heart being broken, your trust being broken. You risk these things happening to you. And that's part of the game. And it's probably going to happen more times, a lot more. I wouldn't say a lot more times, but it's going to happen to you. It's part of your learning. You should learn to mitigate the heartbreaks and it should make you vet better for relationships, vet better for friends and family on who's really good to trust. So you should you shouldn't be repeating your heartbreak mistakes, but you should definitely learn from them because we all have them. And don't ever believe these guys on the internet that said they never had heartbroken and all this stuff. Guys, every man, every person that's had their heart broken is part of life. And you have to know that and accept that going in. So I'm going to read some comments and then we're going to get a little bit further into this. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this so far. I felt free when I came back from Iraq and got divorced. Hey, shout out to you. You know, you reversed it. He reversed it. My man Chris reversed it. Put yourself first before relationship. Yeah, and that's why people delete themselves crypto because they don't have a level of self-worth. You never hear a person who deleted themselves who loved themselves. Every person that loves themselves would never delete themselves. Yep, love yourself before you love others. Yep, exactly. Introvert writes, I don't know if you have seen the movie Dead Presidents, but if you have seen it, I don't think I have, or I've seen bits and pieces of it. A cheating woman was depicted in that film while the man was in the military, probably during the Vietnam War. Yep. When you're dealing with humankind, guys, this is what happens. You have to always accept the fact that somebody could be doing you wrong and you don't know about it yet. We're gonna get into that in just a second. You can't hide ish like that because it's nothing just to just ignore and sweep under the rug. Yeah. And like guys, you have to also accept the fact too, like when you get your heart broken, it's gonna take a while to get over, bro. That's not something you just you just get over that the next day. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, if you're truly heartbroken, you know, some people, and it's really wild. Now, people handle heartbreak at a different level. Some people can get over it faster than others. Like, I mean, apparently Erica Kirk has gotten over Charlie Kirk fairly quickly. It looks like, um, you know, we don't know what she's grieving like behind the scenes, but you know, from what she's displaying, she got over him pretty quickly, which is crazy work. Some people do that, guys. You know, some of you guys, whenever you pass away, your girl is gonna be on somebody else the next day. It's just is what it is. I've seen some kind of dude. He passed away recently, and like the next day, she on video with this rapper dude. Crazy work. And so, yeah, guys, like when you leave and your wife, you die before your wife, yeah, she gonna be on another pogo stick, homie. Sometimes it takes years, like Kobe Bryant and his wife. Like his wife she probably been like, hell no, I ain't. Kobe's the pinnacle of man. And then this other situation where this woman was like, I was probably already cheating on him, and he just, I can do it now freely. Who cares, right? You say you're goaded. I appreciate it, man. You can't hide. Every Chad or Tyrone was a regular Joe or Tom before becoming Red Pill. Yeah, the only difference between Chad and Tyrone and the regular person is because Chad and Tyrone, they learn it early. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching a video of a dude of a Latino dude, and you know he's Marcos. You know he's Jose. He's Juan. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know the Spanish version of Chad and Tyrone, and like they fumbled their way into these red pill experiences. This guy, he was talking about how you know he was going through a heartbreak, but he was a bouncer at the club, and so when he went through this heartbreak, you know, this chick was hitting on him, and you know he was making out with the chick, and then it so happened that his ex girl that they went on a break came in and saw that, and that kind of boosted her attraction in him. So Chad and Tyrone, Jose and them, they get this stuff early. They bump into this stuff early because they've never really truly had problems getting women. They just get more shots at it and more experiences since they're attractive or tall or in shape or whatever the thing is. But yeah, we were all naive. No man comes out of the womb just like knowing women instantly. You go through a series of things, and the movie I mentioned, Star Wars actor Lorenz Tate, Chris Tucker, Keith David, and others. I don't think I've seen Dead Presidents. If you have face a life sentence in prison, chances are that your girl will move on to the next man. It ain't even got to be a life sentence introvert. It could be 2 years, bro. It could be 6 months. She gone, bro. And like it's really, and you gotta look at it from her point of view. Like, homie, she don't know what she gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You can go in there in prison and get into a fight and have to delete a dude, and now they didn't added 5, 10 years to your sentence now. And so it makes sense to why she would leave. She can't wait on a maybe. It's no guarantee you're gonna get out. It's no guarantee you're gonna survive this shit. Prison is a hell on earth, bro. That's the lowest part of humankind. Shit, motherfucker be like, would you rather do 10 years or get deleted? Shit, I might get deleted, bro. See y'all guys on the other side. Hello from the other side. Face ass. Yeah, I'm gonna be singing the Adele song, homie. I ain't about to be in prison for 10 plus years, bro. The fuck wrong with these niggas? Hell no. Repeat what time and days you are on. Every day except Wednesday and Friday. Now, granted, through the week sometimes I might have to skip a day depending on my work schedule, but that's typically the schedule now, 5 days a week, except Wednesday and Friday. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying, introvert. But shit, my ass gonna be singing the Adele song, bro. Anyway, um, let's see. Yeah, guys, you have to accept human beings for what they are. You know, people change, circumstances change, situations change. Like some of your friends that you were cool with in junior high, when you got to college, you don't even know their names no more. You can't even recognize them. Some of your friends in high school, most of your friends in high school, you don't even have in contact now, besides Facebook. So you have to accept that people change and things change. And so when you get into a relationship, excuse me, and women say they changed, that they're being honest with you. And that doesn't mean they didn't give them an excuse to cheat on you and blow the relationship up. But you have to accept that people change and people's feelings change. She can love you today, but 10 years from now, she could still leave you. Her feelings change. She seen another dude that she liked, and he giving her interest, and now she starting arguments with you, and just to give her an excuse to go out and cheat with him, and then she's gonna say you pushed me into his arms because of you weren't giving me attention and all this ridiculous stuff. All these are lies. So you have to accept that betrayal is part of the game. Like I said earlier, it's part of the game. And a lot of guys, when it comes to relationships, marriages, they get into this fixed mindset, this strong conviction, um, that just be, and they forget human nature. You know what I'm saying? Like they think like their girlfriend, their wife would never do them wrong, ever do them wrong. I'm like, bro, you're just a circumstance away, losing your job, getting out of shape. You're just a circumstance away from, her seeing a different, her going on a different vacation and seeing a different dude that she liked. You're just one circumstance away from her finding a better option, or potentially finding a better option, or being interested in a different option. So don't ever lock yourself into this mindset, guys, and trust women 100% with your heart, because that's how you get heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever like talked to one of your friends or known a dude at school, and he'd be like, yeah, bro, my girl would never do that. She would always treat me right. And then you the dude that be laying back peeping that she be eyeing the other old boy in class and be flirting with him, and he got no idea. Strong convictions where he don't need to have them. And so it's just like with boxing, guys. You always get knocked out or hit with the punch you don't see. And so when you say like my girl would never do that, that's the punch you don't see. And that's how you get heartbroken, and that's how you get, you curled up in the fetal position crying on the bed can't even move, bro, because you really thought she would never do that to you. And it's just like, bro, you just one circumstance away from human beings being human beings. I mean, guys, think about the workplace. Men and women working together. You guys work 8 hours a day, 5 times a week, 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, human nature is gonna kick in. So wherever there's men and women, there's sex going on. I am getting, I'm not getting alerts. Yeah, YouTube's alert system is not very good. You said repeat what time and days you were on. I don't have a set time. Typically, they're at night, especially during the week. So I go live every day except Wednesday and Friday. Usually at night, probably around 9:10 p.m. Central Time. Hey, Crypto, I recognize you from high school. Hey, Crypto, I recognize you from high school. Hey, just put the fries in the bag, bud. Yeah, bro. Face ass. Nishana, honey, what's going on? Good to see you. My GF loves me, but I wake up every day knowing that that could change. Exactly. See, that's the mindset that's how you know that dudes understand women and female nature. That's how you know dudes are not stuck in red pill rager mode, because you accept the risks of women. When you guys deal with women, you have to tangle and potentially fend off their BS and be aware of their BS, right? That's the whole point of it. It's for you to be aware and to know how to play your cards correctly when these things pop up. It's not to prevent it. It's for you to know how to maneuver around it and avoid the pitfalls. I know a whole bunch of stuff and I still get caught up sometimes, but I know how to maneuver around it and try to mitigate as much risk as possible. But when you're dealing with women, you're truly dancing with danger. Women can do things to you that a man wouldn't even think about doing. You should never date a woman from work. Yeah, yep. But a lot of guys don't. Some guys don't have that D discipline. Just like if a woman travels across the country or the entire world, chances are that the man is going to move on to the next woman. Just break off the relationship and be a bachelor all over again. Yeah. Yeah, and it go in the other direction too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So we're just 25 minutes in and we've got a lot of game for you guys. Hopefully you guys are picking this up and putting it down, because heartbreak, guys, it's some guys, and we all know them. They never truly recover from heartbreak, and they take it the wrong way, and they hate women. You should never hate women. You should just be aware of what the goofiness that they do, and understand it. Like for instance, guys, just like what Crypto said. He said, "My GF loves me, but I wake up every day knowing that can change." It's the same thing with your job, homie. Like you should know that if you lose your job, you lose your income. You need to be looking at her. You be like, "Oh, well, she could leave now." You know what I'm saying? She could jump ship now. She could jump ship. Not saying that she will. Some women will stick it out with you, but you need to be aware that she could jump ship, and you don't need to be shocked, and you don't need to be mad at her when she's flipping on you. Last month she was the sweetest thing on earth, and now she's stressed out and angry and clawing at you. Women are truly not wired to struggle and stress over resources. They're not wired for it. They can't take it. Us men, we're wired differently. We can have a sleeper van and be okay. You know what I'm saying? Women can't do that. They need a house, they need plumbing, electricity, a bed. Shoot, most dudes, you can have an apartment and just have a damn mattress on that motherfucker and a TV on the ground, and you good, bro. And some noodles to cook, and you good, bro. Some noodles and some sardines, or them Vienna sauces with the crackers, be chilling, bro. Women can't do that. When a girl says she loves you, that means she loves you today only. And women love the idea of you. She loves the way you make her feel. You ever notice how, women, they'll change up when they start saying things like, "Oh, like you didn't love me the way you did at the beginning." They love the way you make them feel. And when you stop making them feel that euphoria, she gonna bounce. Because women are loyal to their feelings and their emotions. They'll get offended when I say stuff like that, but if you go through their track record of their life, it reflects that. No woman is going to be with a man long term that gives her negative feelings. So, even being aware of a woman's nature could leave us single for life. Even being too aware. Crypto's in a relationship or in a sort of he got a certain type of relationship going on. It's just you just understand women at a level that most dudes just don't understand women, and you accept them. Like guys, like I was thinking about this today as I was riding around in the truck. I'm like, arguing with a woman is the most ridiculous stuff in the world, bro. Why? There are a few women in the sleeper vans too. Yeah, but I promise you, most of them ain't gonna deal with that. Their concept of love seems short term. Yeah, especially today's women. Their love is unrealistic. They think that they should be loved and everything should be given. Their version of love is basically narcissism. Guys, if you're opening your wallet for a woman and you're getting no physical action, stop. Physical affection, stop. Yes, bruh. Like Matt Barnes, head ass. He paying women people's bills, $60,000. Homie, it took him $60,000 before he realized he messed up. It's the stupidest shit in the world. Never lead with your wallet. Nope. Never lead with it, but you need a wallet. That's the other thing that dudes can't accept. Like dudes, they think that they should just get a woman because they have a job. No, bro, you're not gonna get an attractive woman making 50K. It ain't gonna happen, bro. And they'd be like, well, Chad and Tyrone don't have a job, and he be smashing. Well, Chad and Tyrone is tall and in shape, with the chisel jaws, with the brown eyes, and the good pipe. You average height, average money, average looks. You ain't fat, but you got a stomach coming on the way. Never leave with your wallet, but also don't be broke to the point where you have no emergency plan. Yeah, yeah. Like dudes be thinking they should be broke and get the most and get Kim Kardashian. Bro, stop, stop. Like that's the other thing, guys. Like there's some women that are out of your range, your range, your financial range, and that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about being a man. You can level up. You can get a skill, start a business. Yeah, they be bums on the low. Bro, Chad and Tyrone, homie, Chad and Tyrone be smashing so many attractive women. He don't need. Why would he get a job? He's smashing bad chicks. The reason why Jeff Bezos and them and Eli, what's his name, Elon Musk, the reason why these guys like this have to make $1 billion is because they're short, and unattractive. They wouldn't get a woman off their looks. They got to get some kind of status and money. And that just is what nature is. You know what I'm saying? We can't be mad at the next man for different things he got. He said, I'm a retired Chad, 50 plus bodies. Yeah, bro. He said, and I'm Chad like, or Chad light. Yep. I say get multiple sources of income if you want to get better quality women, as superficial as that might sound. No, it's not superficial. That's very logical. Most men should be angling to do that, not just for your own, um, not just for women, but for your own legacy, own wealth. So, but hell yeah, Chad and Tyrone would be bums, bro. Hell yeah. Chad and Tyrone be 21 in college, be smashing the most attractive MILF at 40, 50, 30 years old. You said Giga Chad be 100, 200. To be, I think to be a Giga Chad, you gotta be, to be a Giga Chad, you gotta have the money. Like if Chad and Tyrone made $1 million, bro, it's a wrap for you. That's how you get dudes like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, that's Tyrone with money and status. He said, I feel broke just by feeling. Hey, bro, just level up, homie. It's good. We all can improve our financial state. It's gonna ebb and flow. Excuse me. He said I was. Chris said I was teaching. Excuse me, guys. My freaking. It's getting late. I'm tired. I'll be seeing different messed up stuff. He said I was teaching leadership to women getting their masters in teaching. You know how they were happy to give it up. How happy they were to give it up. Yeah, women. Yeah, Chris. I mean, them women today just be fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing about heartbreak, guys. Like, whenever you guys don't ever get suckered into like the beginning of the relationship when you're just meeting somebody, don't ever think that she's just talking to you. She'll say that so that you can get so that she can get more of an investment from you up front. You know, she's telling you to play a game she's not playing. But yeah, guys, these women be fast, bro. They be one. That's one of their fantasies is to smash their own teacher, bro. It's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Plus they be watching them little corn rated, them little X rated videos of them scenes, them role play scenes of the teacher smashes the student. Oh, you were being a bad girl. You fell in your classes, kind of shit. You might have to have one blue collar career and one white collar career as long as they do not overlap with your schedule. Hey, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, bro. Like women today, they be easy, bro. So, like, bro, I'm telling you, if you got any kind of status or income in combination with being in shape, bro, you gonna get laid, bro. You just not paying attention to it. You said they should ban the hub. They should, but they ain't gonna ban it. They'll just make it to where they're just age restricted, like they're already doing. But that shit's $1 billion industry, bro. They ain't gonna shut that shit down. They're making too much money, and guess who? And guess who owns it? One of them, you know who's. Guess who owns it? What a coincidence. And it makes sense because The reason why that's $1 billion industry, probably gonna turn into $1 trillion industry at some point with all this inflation, is because of human beings' nature. Everything we do revolves around mating. And so subconsciously, we're always doing things, make more money, get more investments, get more in shape. Women are always trying to look more sexy, get their boobs right and butt tight and all this stuff. All this revolves around mating. So that's why the X-rated content is it makes so much money because it's playing on the nature of human beings. Takes a game can takes a game can hold another video. Mostly single moms wanting to get a guy with a VA home loan. Yeah, bro. Homie Chris, them single moms be giving it up fast, bro. And them dudes at the YMCA, it be sad, bro. Like the little city league coach and the little dudes at the YMCA, they be smashing them kids' moms, bro. Right? And they sell them a dream. They do the same shit that every dude with success or status do. He sell them a dream. He like, you know what? I'll come over here and teach little junior how to dribble a basketball. I'll teach him how to tackle football. I'll get him to the next level and all that stuff. And then he start coming over there, and then, he giving you high five, and then they hang out alone together. She thinking that she gonna get an actual relationship and a man, but nope. He just going over there to hit them cheeks, and he gonna hit them cheeks good too, make her fall in love. And then all of a sudden, coach ain't coming over no more. You know what I'm saying? Coach don't want to help you with lessons no more. It's because him and that kid's mom just fell out. You see a lot of men ruining in the text. That's true. In this new digital age, text game is actually important, very important. There needs to be an age restriction to protect minors from getting exposed to that ish. There is in certain states. Smashing people's moms is overstepping boundaries. But you know what the thing is? Introvert, some of the single moms, they be single moms and still be wanting to just have fun. It's crazy, bro. It goes both ways. Some dudes is using it against the single moms, and some of the single moms are just hoes. They got a kid, but still want to get smashed by another dude, bro. It's crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Crazy, crazy work out here, guys. That's why I told you this dating shit is cooked. It's cooked. I had a single mom one time, came straight to the house, talked for 5 minutes, ride my dong while kids' dad watching her kids. Yes, bro. I didn't heard the stories. I didn't heard the stories. It was a chick that came over here, bro. She just like freshly divorced. She's like in the middle of her divorce, bro. She don't even give a damn. She gonna tell me in the middle, right before we about to have intercourse. I'm like, it's too late now. We in too deep. It can get a man's ass beat. He said, regardless, I can get a man's ass. Bro, that little kid ain't gonna beat no 40-year-old kid up. Homie, the little kid, the coaching dudes, they be doing that to the people's moms, and the kids be like 6, 7, 8 years old. She's there's there you go, King got yours. There you go, King got your yeah, bro. Bro, I told bro when I sit on this live stream, bro, and tell you about these certain stories, and Crypto tell you about his stories, and SG tell you about his stories, and Nicholas tell you about his stories, bro. This shit is cooked. We not speaking from reaction videos. We speaking from real. I didn't seen it with my own eyes. Yeah. He said it's possible, yeah. And some of them stories in the hood be happening. I mean, where the kid get a gun and delete the dude. But I mean, the mom gonna stop that shit. That's the thing that you don't realize, introvert. The mom ain't gonna let that shit happen. Cause she like the dude. Even with his trashy ass. He said, I'm actually amazed I never got an STD. Yeah, well yeah, because bro, some women would just grab your junk and insert it right in too. You don't even have time to reach for a condom. Yeah, hey, crypto said the realest shit. That's the other thing about understanding women, guys. About today's women, he said, y'all got to understand women put their careers. Hell yeah, they put their careers, their pets, their travels, and shopping before you, bruh. Hell yeah, that's the realest shit, bruh. Education, partying, yeah, homie. You the last on their priority list, homie. They not gonna let you mess their bag up in their career. They pet gonna cost them money where gonna cost them gonna make their expenses go up, but they don't give a shit. They using the pet for emotional connection, which is why they whenever they call a dude up, they just call the dude up and know how to pop, they know how to blow her back out correctly. She not looking for no relationship. She getting the emotional security from the dog. So she getting money, emotional security from the pet. She traveling with her own money or getting sugar daddies. She's shopping with her own money and going into credit card debt and all kind of ridiculous stuff. She in student loan debt from her education, but she been indoctrinated and taught by feminism that education means intelligence means job. And then she gonna party. She gonna smash you tonight, have a one night stand with you, and be out partying the next day like nothing happened, bro. Facts, facts. So yeah, guys, we winding the live stream down. I'm getting to my limit. About to fall asleep on the live. There was a 30-something-year-old woman who came into my DMs, and I was 18 or 19 at the time. That issue's weird. Hey, bro, I'm told you, bro. These women be fast, homie. These just how women got a thing, just how men have a thing for younger women. Excuse me. Women want to get smashed by a stud young dude. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see you later, crypto. We'll see you Thursday. We'll see you Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna wind this down. You guys send your last little bit of comments and questions. If you guys want to support, hit the super chat button, double tap the screen and hit the like button. Hopefully you guys got a whole bunch of game out of this one. This 45-minute live stream. Most of the women I was dealing with had way too much debt and now getting more debt for a master's. Yeah, bro, but they indoctrinated to think that way, Chris. It's crazy, homie. It's crazy. That's just why feminism, guys, it really just made them debt slave. Feminism didn't make them independent. They're not strong and independent with their degrees. They're just debt slaves, and they don't realize it until they're $100,000 in student loan debt with no. They $100,000 in student loan debt, making 70K with no intention to pay that shit back. Why do you think these women be working for the state and become teachers? Because certain those certain jobs, if you work like 10+ years, your student loans will be forgiven. Hey, do your thing, bro. Do your thing, introvert. Introvert rejecting 30-year-old women. I see you, home. Not only that, they were actually pretty stupid. Yeah, bro. They be dumb as a box of rocks. They think getting a piece of paper means their IQ is like a 150. Ridiculousness. And they just see the women are lemmings. They just march right down there. They just march right to the right to the slaughterhouse. That's why they be saying that shit introvert because they financial situation be fucked up. That's why they want you to make $500,000 and $1 million because they in $250,000 worth of debt. She got $100,000 worth of student loan debt. She got car debt. She done bought a house she can't afford. Crazy shit. But yeah, guys, I gotta get out of here, guys. I'm tired as F. Your degree doesn't mean ish if you're not street smart or smart in other areas of life. Yeah, or just a critical thinker or have common sense, which is not common. So shout out to my man Chris, shout out to my man Crypto, shout out to my man Introvert, shout out to my man Fusion, shout out to my lady Nishana. I appreciate you guys for coming in here, man. If you guys are into gaming content, you guys go check out my man Introvert Galore. Again, I appreciate you guys. Check me out Thursday. I'll be back at you guys Thursday. You see my Mercedes Benz depreciate value tremendously once drawn off the lot. Yep. Gotta get one. You gotta get a Porsche 911 or you gotta get a G-Wagon. It's a tax write-off. So, anyways, guys, that's my video. See tomorrow. I got game is the channel. You guys go check my man Introvert out if you're into gaming content. But I'll see you guys Thursday, man. Check out my video that's dropping tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Peace.